President Obama this week pretty much proved that his understanding of the Middle East is not just naive, it's genuinely dangerous. His shocking betrayal of Israel all but told them that the one friend they could count on had decided to take sides with the terrorist. Harsh words? You bet. But selling out the one true ally, and singularly a free and democratic nation in favor of one linked to Iran-supported Hamas, is not just unthinkable, it's unforgivable. From its inception in 1948, when President Harry Truman made defense hardware available through every president since that time, be it Democrat or Republican, Israel could know that we would not abandon her because we recognized that she was surrounded by those who had repeatedly attacked her and sought to annihilate her. The miraculous victory over aggressors in 1967 in the historic Six-Day War gave Israel some of its biblical land back, not because Israel stole it, but because those who attacked her had to abandon it when they miserably failed to take away what little land Israel had. President Nixon, in fact, may have saved Israel in 1973 when he rendered U.S. assistance during the Yom Kippur War. That may have marked Israel's darkest hour. Now, in the early days of that war, Israel appeared to be doomed. But when the bloody war was over, Israel had solid possession of the Golan Heights, which is critical to its security. Is President Obama out of his mind to demand that Israel return the borders back to pre-1967 boundaries? For a president who can't control the borders of our own nation, how dare he suggest that Israel risk the blood of its children by giving up their land in exchange for some pie-in-the-sky peace promise by those who have routinely lobbed deadly rockets into the bedrooms, parks, stores, and synagogues of communities like Sderot and Ashkelon? Now look at this map. This is Israel today. And this was Israel in 1967. To put it in perspective, it would be 11 miles from a hostile border to Tel Aviv, which is the Israeli equivalent to a financial center like New York. It would be only 9 miles to Netanya, the Israeli equivalent of our high-tech Silicon Valley. It would be 21 miles to Haifa, the Israeli equivalent of our naval ports of Norfolk, Virginia, or New Orleans. And it would be 22 miles to Ashdod. That'd be the equivalent of our manufacturing cities like Detroit. 7 miles to Ashkelon, the equivalent of our energy city of Houston, Texas. And this would divide the capital city of Jerusalem in a manner that would be kind of like giving half of Washington, D.C. to the Soviets back in 1962. To demand that Israel accept the borders of 1967 is like a foreign leader demanding that we go back to pre-Civil War borders. I want to urge you, contact your senators and your congressmen and demand that Congress make it clear to this president that he's president of the United States, and with all the powers he has, they don't include setting the boundaries for Israel. God established those, and neither Congress nor a president can change them. Well, that's my view, and I welcome yours.